Imagine this: a honey so rare and exquisite is poised to captivate the US market. Join us as we delve into the world of stingless bees, honeybees, exploring its unique flavors and health benefits. We'll also be guiding today Philippine manufacturers on the journey to successfully export this product, this treasure to American consumers. By the way, before we begin, I've got a quick joke for you. I said to myself, I'm going to go ahead and start up these events with a joke. Now, why did the stingless bee become a motivational speaker? Because it wanted to show everyone that you don't need a sting to make a buzz. All right, Jeremy's probably in the background going, sucks. Anyway, welcome everyone. My name is Ferdinand B. Soriano, your number one Philippine-made product advocate, also the co-founder of Emporium, and more importantly, your co-host for this episode of Uncovering Profitable Philippine-Made Products for the U.S. market. Now, Emporium's goal is to create awareness and sales opportunities for Philippine-made products in the U.S. market. That's its main goal. And that's what we're doing here today. Now, teamwork is everything in this live stream in our show. Now, joining me live from the Philippines is the founder of JLS MEBC, and Emporium's collaborative partner specializing in export management. Kamusta, Jeremy? Please welcome Jeremy Solomon. First, you didn't want to go in there,
bro. Salamat. Mabuti naman kami, Ferdinand. Yung joke mo, next episode natin, sasabay din ako sa'yo.
Yeah, now you got to have a joke. I said we would include a joke. So now next time you get to tell the joke.
Right. So anyways, our listeners, our valued followers, I am thrilled to solidify the partnership between JLSM EBC, your export business consulting agency, and of course, Emporium's exports management specialist collaborator. Our partnerships aims to elevate Filipino products in international markets like the US while empowering local entrepreneurs. Okay. At JLSM EBC, our mission aligns with Emporium's goal of helping Filipino products excel globally. Throughout the show, we will introduce products that promote feel good, look good, and be good lifestyle, beneficial for consumers and profitable business, showcasing Philippine items. Ngayong araw po, we feature Los Pepes Farm, owned by Chris Mark Vergonio, who will present Filipino Stingless, these natural honey byproducts, sustainably crafted and rooted of Filipino values, now set to enrich health and wellness in the U.S. market. So, stay tuned as we explore their products and journey for exciting growth opportunities. Balik sa'yo, Ferdy!
Hey, Jeremy, don't go anywhere. We're getting better at this whole thing.
Yes, of course.
I love that. You're awesome, man. Anyway, so for all those people that are just tuned in, thank you for tuning in. So what I wanted just to add on with what Jeremy has eloquently stated to all of you is that there's three goals that we want to do at each of our live streams. The first one is to truly empower, just like Jeremy said, empower the Philippine manufacturers to do more exporting into the U.S. market and beyond, really. I mean, I'm just saying U.S. because I'm here. But overall, we want to have more Philippine manufacturers go out there, get excited about the global market. Two, we want to go ahead and expose the U.S. market, consumers, buyers, to really look at Philippines as another source for amazing products. And third, it's sort of an unofficial third reason. we believe, Jeremy and I believe in a show where if the product can make us cry, I think that product has got a great story. So our goal today is we're trying to figure out who's going to cry first, right, Jeremy?
Exactly.
With Los Pepes, I mean, if anything else, I don't think we're going to get stung because it's a stingless bee, right?
Stingless. Safe siya, safe.
I like that. I like the fact that it's stingless bee because I've had my experience with bees and I wasn't too happy. But the fact that this is stingless bee, I'm all over that. So anyway, all right. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick break and we'll reset and we're going to go ahead and introduce our presenter from Los Pepes, okay?
Cool.
All right, so let me go ahead and get going and then introduce our next. So we're gonna. All right, and we are back. I just want to go ahead and make sure that we have Mac on the line. So is Mac on the line?
Calling.
Oh, there you go. They're calling They're calling Mark. We're calling Mark. Are you there, buddy? All right, let me go ahead and introduce our next guest. Stay on there, and then we'll bring him on to us all to get. We're all together, okay? So let me go ahead and introduce our guest today. He's a former seafarer of 9 years. Okay, I can't count here. 9 years. He turned a career setback into a thriving opportunity after a failed medical exam due to hearing loss. Inspired by a visit to a bee farm in Batangas, Philippines in 2012, he and his father-in-law shifted their focus to stingless bees. Okay, get that. Discovering their abundance in their hometown of Indang, Cavite, Philippines. Starting with just 12 colonies, they have grown their empire or their beekeeping venture to an impressive 400 colonies and transforming a personal challenge into a successful enterprise. Please welcome from Los Pepes Farm, please welcome Christ Mark Bergonio. So before he does that, let me go ahead and make sure that we give him a big round of applause, right? So can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mark?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
All right, so this is your well-deserved applause. Here you go. Can you hear that? Yay!
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started, okay? So your job is to let us know what your company is all about, the products, and let us set us up so that we can go ahead and get out of your way and talk about your amazing product, Mac, okay? Hold on. So just hold on there, sir, and we'll get out of
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Mark Bergonio, or Mac for short. Our company specializes in manufacturing of stingless bee products. The name of our company is Los Pepes Farm. We started our company with a vision to create a thriving eco-friendly stingless bee farm that champions biodiversity, produces premium bee products, and educates communities on the importance of pollinators, contributing to a sustainable future for the generations to come. And this is what the product looks like. First, there's the honey, a rare liquid gold with its distinct tangy, sweet taste, and rich medicinal properties. Stingless bee honey is prized superfood. It's packed with antioxidant, anti-inflammatory compounds, and enzymes that supports overall health. I will taste the honey. Yummy, maasim, pero pure. And then the next is pollen, a powerhouse of nutrients harvested by bees. It's a natural protein source rich in vitamins, minerals, and amino acid, perfect for boosting energy and immunity. And there's then there's the propolis, a resin substance bees use to protect their hives. For us, it's a nature antibiotic with potent antimicrobial, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory properties. Propolis has been used for centuries to support healing and wellness. Each of these gifts from stingless bees enhances our lives, offering health benefits rooted in nature's wisdom. At our farm, we dedicated to nurturing these incredible pollinators by and harvesting their treasures with care and respect. Together, we ensure bees thrive, and so do we. Let me tell you more about our company. I will share my slides, sir. Los Pepes Farm was named after the second Lieutenant Jose Pepe Alano, the father of Roberto Alano, who founded stingless beekeeping at our farm located at Kalumpang Cerca in Dang, Cavite. It was inspired by a parliamentary guerrilla group called the Enemies of Pablo Escobar, because both of them are in military service. Both of them loves arms and rifles. From then, we started making boxes, then hunt colonies from different parts of Indang, Cavite. I was a seafarer before, way back 2005 until 2014. Unfortunately, my hearing was deteriorated, leading for me to pay my medical examination. From then, when I was on vacation way back 2012, my father-in-law, Roberto Alano, went to a bee farm near at Batangas. Then he was about to purchase European bees. Upon entering the bee farm, he then saw the stingless bee around that bee farm. From then, the interest of purchasing a European bees was shifted, because he was then realizes that the stingless bee was abundant in our town. Then after that, a day after that, he told me, Mac, he gave me an measurement of my box. Then he then told me, make a box for us to put a bees. Then after that we hunt bees all over our town. Our vision is to aim a sustainable future by supporting stingless beekeeping, which helps biodiversity, education, and new products. As a stingless bee farm, we contributes to the environment and other farms by promoting sustainable pollination. Stingless bees are efficient pollinators for various crops, including fruits, vegetables, and nuts. Here's how we help: by providing stingless bee colonies. We put some of our bee colonies to local farms, houses, to enhance crop yields, plants, and improve pollination efficiency. We are educating other people and enhancing biodiversity, because stingless bees pollinate native plants, supporting a local ecosystem and increasing biodiversity. Here's our old logo. We use it since 2012 until 2023. And then we came up with a new logo. It was designed and revised by my childhood best friend, and we are now using it up to now. What we offer is the stingless bee. It comes with 1.2 kilogram, and we also have 330 grams and 250 grams. The stingless bee honey it has a unique taste because it is natural and pure. And then we also have the pollen. We call it superfood because it can boost your immune system and help prevent more. Then we also have the byproducts from propolis. As what I have said before, it was a resin harvested by the bees. We have the propolis throat spray or propolis tincture. This one was a bestseller during pandemic time. It can heal your any wounds, even sore throats and canker sore. Then we also have a lip balm. We have cherry, tomato, cherry, tutti frutti, and bubble gum flavor. It has a vitamin E that can help with your if you have a cracked lips. We also have a massage oil. Propolis massage oil comes with eucalyptus, lavender, and lemongrass scent. We also have propolis ointment and mosquito repellent. My key partners are my co-beekeepers helping me if I have some problems regarding beekeeping practices. We also have material suppliers, family members, farmers. I also have a partnership with Cavite State University Bright Centers. And my area distributors are Tourism Indang and some hotel and restaurant at Tagaytay. Key activities, I started first by making a box for my colonies. Then after that, I will proceed on harvesting and processing, including splitting of the colonies. After that will be the drying of pollen and propolis, and then packaging of my processed products, then selling to the market. Value proposition is to deliver the best quality of products that will benefit the consumer health and product effectiveness. Customer segment, we have the health-conscious customers, most likely looking for pure and organic products. And then we're also participating bazaar and trade fairs, and commonly used for treatment of cup and other channels. We have social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook page, and Shopee. Agri-bazaar, agri-fair and bazaars, and local distributors. The customer relationship, we are targeting audiences, experts to establish and maintain professional and helpful relationship with them. By understanding needs, preferences, and behaviors of target audience, we can tailor our product, service, and marketing strategies to better meet their expectations and value for them. Revenue streams, the high quality of honey, the taste and benefits and craftsmanship. We also conduct training and workshops and primary on honey sales and byproducts of stingless bees. With the honey of discover the natural magic of stingless bees, pure, sustainable, and made with love for your health and for the planet. That's it, and thank you very much.
Ayan. There you go. Ano, kamusta?
We should do one of these because a lot of people don't realize how hard that was to do the presentation. So
exactly,
I think at the end of the day, Mac needs one of these.
Pang pa-relax no? Yes.
Mac is probably going, woo! Finally, that's over. Now
finally.
Yeah.
One more time. Buti na lang, meron pa tayong isang segment no? Babalikan natin siya after a few years, no? From now, brother Ferdinand.
Yeah, that was a good presentation, Mac. I mean, I know that with me, I always get nervous every time a presentation. Not to say that you're one, but I told you that your product is amazing. You just need to go ahead and make sure that we actually knew everything. That's why I was more concerned about hearing you. So that's good. So Jeremy, what do you think?
Yes. Of course, that's an organic health benefits ng product niya, stingless. So marami tayong pwedeng health benefits na binanggit niya kanina. So napaka particular pa man din ako dun sa mga health benefits na yan And he actually sent me a tawag dito, a sample before when we were actually doing some workshop. So sarap yung sinabi niyang maasim na sweet, yun.
That's the only thing I don't like about this interview. Every time there's a sample, I never get it tasted. So like, Mac, you better send me a sample or something. Tell one of your beef, bring it over here or something. Ako palagi nawawala Wala akong sample, bro Nakakainis naman Puro si Jeremy lang Kaya nga sabi ko sa sarili ko, maganda na meron akong kasama dyan sa Pilipinas.
Yes. Talagang masarap. Marami pa siyang pwedeng for the ladies, no, yung lip balm. Interested ako doon na ano kayang epekto noon lalo na pagka ngayon taglamig na. So talagang magka-crack na yung lips natin.
Oh yeah. So ano ba next ngayon? So ngayon, nalaman na natin na maganda yung produkto ni Mac. I love his product. It has so many potential. Now the question is, how do we get it out of the Philippines? So that's where you come in, Jeremy, right?
Yes. Yan. So ready na tayo.
So you want me to go ahead and bring you up? So I'll let you.
Yes, sir.
Segment,
presentation natin. That's right.
Here you go. Hold on.
Okay.
So where's your? Go ahead and show me the presentation.
Yeah, you can put it yung black mo na. There you go. So before that, the Philippine products have such a tremendous potential for global market. In our live stream, we believe in showcasing unique and profitable products that help you look good, feel good, and be good. My role in this show as your expert management specialist is to prepare Philippine brands to be ready for this global market and take advantage of that potential. Based on my research, this is how we will do it for Los Pepes Farm. He was actually my mentee and current member of the PhilExport PE4C Cavite chapter under the leadership of Miss Rona Veracruz. So, Brother Mac, kamusta?
Okay lang, sir. Medyo...
Yan. Medyo, no? Na-shock tayo ng konti, no? Tawag dito. So, Mr. Mac, we will start from showing yung tinatawag nating cultural significance, no? And then after that, we will actually proceed with the market analysis. And then, of course, yung real-time trade map between the Philippines to the US and to the world. Of course, kailangan din natin ipakita sa'yo ano yung market din. Then lastly, yung overview ng US market for the Harmonized Systems Code 040900 Natural Honey. So sa mga gustong mag-import, gustong bumili ng produkto ni Brother Mac, ang Harmonized Systems Code niya is 040900 Natural Honey. Yung po yung lalabas niyan. Okay? So again, ang maganda dito sa ginawa ni Brother Mac, no? Of course, first timer talagang tayo, no? We are looking at yung cultural significance ng mga ginagawa ng mga exporters natin. What brings my heart, no, very near to Brother Mac is that yung he's actually promoting, ang Filipino heritage and local products. So alam natin na ang bees are very yung lalo na yung tetragonula, yun yung scientific word ng kanyang stingless bees, no, dito sa Philippines, no. Medyo sabihin na nating Pinoy yung stingless bees na ginagamit niya, no. Ang maganda doon is actually it's a native in our region, no. So talagang marami talaga yung sinasabi niya. And it actually helps, no, sustainability, environmentally stewardship yung ginagawa niya. So meaning to say, si Brother Mac doon sa kanyang community, he's actually helping yung community nila to actually mag-alaga ng kanyang mga stingless, no, para po marami. Alam naman natin na without bee, marami ang problema natin sa ecosystem natin ay babagsak na. So they are a vital part of our tawag dito sabihin na nating landscape, no. So kailangan nating maalagaan lalo na mga stingless mga bees natin. At what makes it very near is yung bayanihan type na ginagawa niya. He's actually supporting local farming. So napansin nyo kanina, sinasabi niya sa inyo, aside from the actual product, he's actually doing workshop, no. Maganda 'yon. So he's not keeping yung knowledge niya, no. He's actually sharing yung knowledge niya on how to beekeeping. So maganda yung ginagawa niya noon. And then he actually connects with the traditional Filipino healing practices. So nabanggit na niya kanina na yung mga natural organic ay may mga healing properties yung kanyang binebenta kasi everything is organic, no. Hindi siya naglalagay ng mga artificial, no, doon sa hindi niya minimix ng kahit ano-ano yung kanyang stingless bees product, no. And lastly is yung showcasing Filipino innovation and global presence, di ba? So maganda ngayon is that hindi lang siya naglimit doon sa jars, no, na nilalagay niya yung bees niya doon. Kundi ang ginagawa actually niya is that nag-innovate din siya. So mapapansin natin yung propolis niya. So marami siyang ginawang innovations doon sa kanyang produkto. So tama ba, Mr. Mac, yung aking analysis sa culture? Saktong-sakto, no? Yeah. So again, maganda ngayon dun sa ating mga Filipino communities in the US. Please support ating exporters, no? Again, yung Harmonized Systems Code 040900-Natural Honey. Yun po yung kanyang Harmonized Systems Code pag mag-i-import na po kayo. Okay? So let me share now ngayon. Pupunta na tayo ngayon sa market analysis, brother. Mac, you already seen on my workshop, no, in-explain na natin to kung gaano kaimportante ang malaman mo kung saan bang market ang pwedeng mag-export ng honeybee mo, no. So we will actually look at Philippines muna, palabas, and then titingnan din naman natin kung ang US saan naman niya binibili yung mga honeys niya. So again, let me show you, no. I'm not sure kung makikita mo to, malaki ba tong So malaki ba? Maganda ba yung screen, no? Tama lang, no?
Okay po.
So mapapansin mo dito sa taas, no? So si Philippines ay actually nag-export siya. Number one partner natin is actually, kung titignan mo, ay nag-export tayo, no? Doon sa Australia, Spain, Germany, Australia, and United States. These are the big ones, no? Pero mapapansin mo, bakit sir negative yan? Ibig sabihin nun is that hindi tayo nakapag-export noong 2022-2023. So, maliit yung data. Hindi siya na-capture ng data natin. Pero, the previous 5 years, since accumulated to, ay lumalabas is that mayroon na pala tayong export. No? Nag-export na tayo sa iba-ibang bansa. So, if you wanted to go to export your product, pwede mong tignan ng Australia, Spain, Vietnam, Germany, and of course, Austria, and United States. Now, of course, ang tatargetin natin is US mismo. So, kailangan nating malaman kung ang US ba maganda talagang market. Ano bang meron dyan sa US? So, by default, ang ginagawa ni US is nag-export, by default, nag-i-import na siya. Ang number one na exporter, no, na kanyang pinagbibilhan is basically India. So, si India ay nagpapadala ng honey niya doon sa US. Followed by Argentina, Brazil, New Zealand, and Mexico. So sasabihin mo, sir, so nasaan si Philippines? Unfortunately, number 74 na tayo. Unfortunately, in a sense na kaya huminto kasi tayong mag-export ng honeybee. So don't be despair, no? May pag-asa kasi imagine mo kung kinik-start mo by 2025 mag-export ng honey, you'll probably be the number one exporter ngayon sa buong mundo, no, kung sakasakali na ibalik mo yung sigla ng honeybee. Okay, so it doesn't mean na wala kang market. Ang sinasabi lang natin is that Philippines actually stopped exporting honeybees kasi. So meaning to say, on your side, it's an opportunity. Kailangan lang natin sabihin na nating paghandaan yung ating paglabas ng ating mga produkto natin. So let me now show you ano bang meron sa US. Bakit tayo pupunta kay Ferdinand? Bakit doon tayo magandang mag-export, no? So maliban doon sa kanina na number 6 ang US, pero meron ka namang potential na lumalabas is 584.7 million yung in-export natin previously. So meaning to say, meron naman, nag-export naman ang Philippines sa US, no? Unfortunately, for 2022-2023, hindi na-capture. Maliit yung nag-export sa kanya. So maganda ba na doon tayo pupunta? Number 1 importer, si US. That's good news, no? Lumalabas, meron tayong market sa kanila. And remember, we have around 4.4 Filipino Americans, no, mga Pinoys doon sa US. So malaking chunk kaagad-agad doon, makuha mo lang yung 10% na maging loyal na honey stingless bumibili sa'yo, client mo, then that's good, no? So unfortunately, like I said a while ago, bumagsak yung export natin sa US, but don't be despair. It's opportunity, no, rather than a challenge, no? Titingnan mo as opportunity. Ang maganda nito, in case lang na gusto mo mag-export, there is a tariff, no? So kailangan nating malaman mamaya, maliban doon sa guest natin, no, ituturo niya kung paano tayo makapasok sa US, kailangan mo ring malaman na mayroong tariff dito sa yung binebenta nating honey, no? So ang maganda nito is that pretty much there are of course requirements, so na pwede na kailangan nating i-prepare. And ang maganda nito is that we can actually guide you on how to export these step by step, no? So nandito kami. And in fact, there is a 24 na sustainable standard. There is actually an organization, around 24 of them are actually into this. Okay, so they support honey. So meaning to say, you can actually go to them and be part of their ecosystem, teach them and let them have a taste of your honey stingless bees, no? Ang maganda nito is that US already had a the e-commerce adaptability, so 92%. So talagang mabilis na yan. So pang transaction nyo is on marketplace, different marketplace in the US is adapted na sila, fully adapted na sila. So wala ka ng issues doon, no? So again, like I said, in case na kailangan mong lumabas ng produkto mo at idalhin natin sa US, we are here. Si Ferdinand and myself will be here to guide you, no? So yan po yung ating summary ng ating report, no, analysis ng iyong produkto pag-export ng produkto mo. And there you go. Let's bring back Ferdinand for more details on how to be successful in the US market. Payag ka ba, brother Mac?
Yes, sir. Payag na payag po.
Nice. Diba? All right. Go ahead, brother. Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute. Ninervous ka ata, brother.
No, gusto ko lang pakinggan, gusto ko pakinggan yung palakpakan muna. Good job, buddy. Right.
Thank you.
So, Mac, the reason why I wanted to have Jeremy comes first is because the most important thing is really for a lot of the Philippine manufacturers to be prepared. And that's why I partnered with Jeremy, because he knows how to bring the products out of the country, whether it be Australia, New Zealand, Europe. With me, I focus on the US. And the reason why you're here today is because I'm going to try to convince you to export your products in the US and tell you what is the current market in the US market for honey. And then we'll talk about the opportunities and also the challenges. Kasi naman, I don't want to just say, okay, these are the opportunities, but there's no challenge. Then everybody would be here, right, Mac?
Yes, sir.
So that's pretty much why I wanted to make sure. So now it's my turn to go ahead and try to either convince you or also give you a perspective and what it's like to bring products to the U.S. market. I feel like once you're committed to want to export your product, that's where Emporium comes in. Our job is not to overly promise you anything. More than anything, we're like hopefully your trusted advisor here in the U.S. so that when you're committed to want to be here, we will be here to try to create opportunities for your product, give you information. But at the same time, we're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to tell you everything is fantastic. But you need to overcome these challenges that you may have if you really want to be here. But I'm convinced that you want to be here. You know why? Because like Jeremy said, just on Filipinos alone, it's 4 point plus in terms of the Filipino Americans here in the US. And that's not just the one that we're trying to market to. We're trying to market to the entire US. So Jeremy, I'm going to take you out of the equation. I'm going to go ahead and do my presentation with Mac, okay? All right, Mac. So are you ready for my presentation,
yes,
sir? All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
My presentation is very short and sweet because the most important part to do in this presentation is Jeremy's information. You need to make sure you're prepared to go anywhere, Max. So I'm going to ask you after each slide, tell me what you think, yes or no, if you agree or disagree. So this way you can give me your perspective, okay? So first, let's go ahead and talk about the honeybee market in the U.S. Currently, the U.S. honeybee market is projected to approximately reach $1.45 billion in 2024 with an expected annual growth rate of 4.54 from 2024 to 2029. That's very significant. To me, if I were the beekeeper here, you have a product like that, I would be excited, okay? In 2023, honey sales exceeded 1 billion, making it a strong dollar sales growth for the consecutive year. By the way, you don't have to remember everything here or take notes, Mac, because I'm going to give you this slide. It contains all of the market research that I did, including the link, okay?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So the second one is, what is the U.S. market for stingless bee honey products? Because what I just told you is honey in general, all different types of honey. Now, to me, as of November 24, the U.S. market stingless bee honey is emerging with limited data available. Probably the only thing that I feel that stingless bee honey is being challenged by is it's still somewhat new to the market, right? But that's a good thing,
yeah,
okay?
Sir.
Okay lang yun, hindi ba? Don't you think?
Yes, sir, that's true.
Yeah, so if you think about it, in 2024, what makes stingless honeybee amazing is you can do premium pricing. You can do, like for stingless honeybee, it's considered a rare, very rare, like white truffles, beluga caviar, all these different things that you know about food that are rare. That's part of what stainless bee honey is all about. It's a specialty product in international market. Can you imagine this, Mark? Mac, it's $100 per kilogram, significantly suppressing or surpassing the $20 to $40 kilogram range for standard honey. That's mind-blowing, right? That's crazy. You're sitting on, like, I feel like a gold mine. Okay, so niche market presence. It states there, primarily available through health food stores, gourmet shops, and online platform. It's unique because of the flavor profile, just like what Jeremy said, just like what you said, which I was mad because I couldn't taste it myself, right? But it's sweet and sour. I mean, I can only imagine what that must be like. And it is not as sticky as regular food. It's liquid, right? And then growth potential. Like I said, you're sitting on something that has the potential to be as big as all these honey in the marketplace. It's just a matter of you have to go from, point A to point B, and that may take a little bit longer, but the rewards are great. What do you think of that, Mac?
I was amazed there on the digits that you shared. It was very amazing. And I will just want to share the honey of stainless bee, sir. We're using it also in our menu, adobo. We're not using anymore the soy sauce and vinegar. We're just using the honey of stainless bees in cooking that menu.
There you go. It's even better. You get to tell us a little bit later. See, the problem, Mac, is you should have made some adobo so we can taste it or we can see it. Again, it's Jeremy who's going to taste it, not me. All right. Let me go ahead now. Now we created this market. It's huge, okay? And I hope you agree. So this page I'm about to tell you are really what I consider as challenges for your product. Because I told you, I don't want to just tell you it's amazing, walang problema, there's nothing to be concerned with. But if you can overcome some of these challenges, I think you should be motivated to do that, work towards it. I'm not saying that you're going to do it overnight. Imagine the biggest challenge right now for you is to make sure that you're regulatory compliant. You need to register your facilities with the US FDA. And we have a guest. Hopefully she'll show up today. She'll be able to tell us a little bit about what that entails. Okay. And then quality control. What you need to focus on is figure out a system to make sure that every time you harvest and every time you put those honeys in a bottle, they're all consistently amazing. That's what you need to do, because it's one thing to impress somebody, tastes good in one batch, and then they maybe order again and then it doesn't taste like that. So hopefully you're figuring out ways to make the taste consistent, Mac, okay? And then also the market awareness and competition. That is one of your challenges because it's starting to just happen. A lot of people are starting to get to know it a bit, but you need to do more awareness. And that's the reason why Emporium is here, to try to create that awareness for you. But it's not even just us. You're doing it on social media, and you need to continue to do that. And you need to continue with partnering up with different people. Now, what do you think about those points so far, Mac?
I think it's correct, sir. Then I will apply, and I will make sure that the regulatory compliance will be on process, sir.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. Jeremy's here. He's going to go ahead and teach you all of that when you're there. But if you need some real-time data, I have my network of people, as well as hopefully the person that I invited today to give us some perspective on what you need to do. Okay. All right. So these are some remaining challenges that I wanted to just touch on really quick. I was telling you, facility registration, prior of notice importation. That's more like when you're ready to export it, right? You need to go ahead and let the customs know what you're bringing in. And then the labeling compliance, those are the things too, once you're ready to go ahead and export those products. Customs documentation, quality assurance, and also tariff duties. That's what Jeremy was already telling you. Jeremy is smart in that way, that he's trying to get everybody to be compliant with everything and equal. So by the time it gets here, he makes my job easy and I don't have to worry about any of that. That's why I love that partnership with Jeremy now. So any comments about that? By the way, as you can see, there's a lot of links there, so that if you want to go ahead and look up all of that, it's already in the page. Okay, Mac?
Okay, sir.
All right. So the next one, opportunities for differentiation. I think this is where we have regular honey, you have Manuka honey, and I'm not going to ask you about Manuka because right now, probably the regular honey and Manuka is probably what's in a lot of people's mind here in the US, right? Now, again, you should be excited because you're harvesting or farming bees that have this unique flavor, and it's also healthy, probably healthier than the ones that I just already mentioned, the type of honey, right? So stingless bee honey, for those who've never heard of it, it has a unique, distinct sweet and sour taste, appealing to consumers seeking culinary experiences. It has health benefits, low glycemic. Okay, so if you're not into the sweetness of honey, this amazing product can give you that taste and that sort of a experience that you're not going to worry about whether if you're diabetic you're going to have a problem with that. And then sustainable and ethical sourcing stingless bee honey. I think that's also what's going to sell your product at the end. You need to touch on those three things: unique flavor, health benefits, and also the ethical sourcing. That's what everybody's paying attention to these days when it comes to their food and what they're eating, especially in a world where a lot of things are coming up in terms of stresses, the way we're taking care of ourselves. All those things are in people's mind. It's just a matter of how do you bring out that message. Right, Mac?
Yes, sir.
All right. So again, we're almost to the end. So let me go ahead and continue. The other things as far as opportunities is cultural and regional heritage, stingless bee honey. It's limited availability, exclusivity. So you really, really have to play on those characteristics of your product to differentiate yourself from the regular honeybees or regular Western bees. Okay, it's so funny that when I first heard about your product, I go, I guess they might be Filipino bees, right? In a big way. So I'm thinking, wow, this is great product, right? So anyway, limited availability and exclusivity. Okay, and then also creating more niches. A lot of this product can be used by gourmet and culinary application. Because it has a distinctive flavor profile. Again, the sustainable, ethical consumer market, eco-friendly, and health and wellness sector nutritional benefits. So those are the three things, and I re-emphasize them to you by saying to you that with stingless bee honey, Mac, its unique flavor and its health benefits. How do you create that awareness? A lot of Filipinos probably who've lived here now probably didn't even realize they have such a thing as stingless bee honey, that they can make some of that. And the beautiful thing about it is you don't get stung, or at least it's not as painful as a regular honeybee. So the most important takeaway here, Mac, is that stingless bee honey is a rare and highly marketable product with a unique flavor profile. It has a lot of benefits that the U.S. buyers are looking for. So if you want to get excited, you want to get pumped, you need to do that, but you need to do more of your homework. And that's why Emporium is here, and that's why Jeremy's here to help you put all those things together and create a market. And we do a lot of baby steps, okay? So let me see if there is anything else. Those are, I'm going to be sending this presentation to you. Let me go ahead and bring back my good friend and partner in the U.S. Let me go ahead and bring back Jeremy.
Yan. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Ibang klase, di ba?
Yeah. So
I
hopefully,
agree with you, brother.
Yeah. So what did you think? I mean, what do you think, Jeremy? I mean, having our information together like that, it's just really trying to put it together. So I don't know what Mac is waiting for. So I'm hoping he's going to export soon. No, I'm just kidding, Mac.
Exactly. At ang maganda nito is that we heard it from his mouth on no? Si Mac, sabi niya, titignan niya magpa-certify. Kasi napaka-importante yun, no? So yung facilities niya. And maganda yung sinabi mong pinoint out mo, Brother Ferdinand, yung uniqueness ng kanyang product. Imagine mo, no? Yung Pinoy beast, di ba? Yung kanyang inaalagaan. So iilan lang nag-aalaga niyan.
For all you know, maybe what we should do is one of the logos that you should have, instead of, remember Jollibee has that bee, you should have like a Filipino bee, a stingless one.
Exactly.
That's what your mascot can be, right?
Exactly.
Like a siguro masyadong maskulado na Filipino bee, like talagang, that masarap yung ano niya, very healthy, right?
alam mo yung naikwento niya kanina, no? Tama nga naman, ang adobo, normally, suka tsaka asuka lang minimix. The literal suka, no? Vinegar and sugar. Eto ngayon, na 2-in-1 niya. Honey na lang, stingless honey. I was like, yes, yeah, kasi kailangan mo ng sour and sweet combined adobo.
Yeah,
Cool.
exactly.
Yes, sir.
So yung nga, that's why I feel like at the end, there's a lot of opportunities for your product, Mac. Now, what I did is I invited somebody to be on the show today. She is a really good friend of mine. She's helped me with a lot of the brands in the Philippines that have turned their products into a US FDA approved product so that they can market their products now. So I invited her here because I wanted just her to give some perspective. I don't know if she has anything exact for you, Mac, but I wanted you to meet her because she's one of the people that you're definitely going to want to talk to when you're ready to make that step, the baby steps of coming into the US. Okay, so let me introduce you to her. She is the CEO of a company called Global Business Impact. But basically, she's helped me because she has been my go-to person when it comes to having a lot of the Philippine manufacturers become US FDA approved. And I'll let her tell you a little bit about what she does, and then after that, then we can do a surprise number for all of us, and hopefully, hey Jeremy, I hope Mac is ready to do the dance. What do you think? Is he ready to do the dance?
Kailangan maturuan to.
Yeah, we're gonna teach him how to dance. But right now, let's go ahead and introduce my good friend May Cruz from Global Business Impact. Let me see if she's available. Here you go. There you go.
Yes, I'm here, of course. Para sa Emporium, laging present.
Yeah, exactly. May Cruz, present. Mac. So,
Yes.
May, I'm going to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself and talk to Mac a little bit about his product. I hope that you were able to just sort of maybe do a little mini research and what you think about his product, May.
Okay. So, hello, Mac.
Hello, ma'am.
My name is May. Good morning sa inyo dyan. I help mga food product manufacturers dyan sa Philippines to be US FDA registered. So yung facilities nila, nire-register natin sa US FDA para they can market their products dito sa US. So in your case, I did my research nung sinabi sa akin ni Ferdinand na yung product mo yung i-feature this time. And kasi wala, to be honest, wala akong experience pa na na-register na honey yung product. But based on my research, dun sa mga food products that I already registered with US FDA, honey products kailangan talaga kasi kung i-distribute mo dito yan sa US for consumption, kailangan natin siyang i-register sa US FDA. And natutuwa ako, very unique yung product mo at I'm going to the Philippines soon, kaya sana matikman ko yung adobo na merong
Yes, ma'am.
stainless beef.
Madala
Sabay
na
nating
si
titikman,
Sir
Jeremy, pag nagkita
Yes.
tayo. Diba?
Excited ako doon.
Kasi yan na naman, dapat pa ako pumunta sa Pilipinas, baka makasample ako, putya naman.
Yan kasi, hindi ka makakatikim. Mauuna kami ni Jeremy.
Mauuna palagi.
Uunahan na naman ako, putya.
Oo.
Mahal yung magpatikim ng produkto mo, Mac. Dapat meron akong plate.
Dala ka na lang namin po, sir, ng honey.
Oo. Pagbalik ko,
I-NBC mo.
dadalan kita.
Nice. Tama.
Of course, yes. Ako ang iyong mensahero. Messenger.
Correct.
She's the
Demo
she's the
taste.
messenger.
Yan ang
Yeah.
tunay na demo test.
Oo. Okay. So, yeah, going back, hindi naman ganun kakomplikado if you would kung ma-explain ko sa'yo in the next few meetings pag interesado ka na to register your facility sa US FDA. Um,
Yes.
pero ang basic requirement natin is for you to have Philippine FDA license to operate and Philippine FDA Certificate of Product Registration or CPR. Do you already have that? Meron ka na nun, Mac?
Ma'am, sa ngayon po pina-process po namin yun. By next year, baka yun yung target namin na magkaroon po kami ng FDA tsaka CPR. Kaya kung sakali po, susunod ko po yung US FDA. Bali, ma'am, na-excite nga po ako nung sinabi nyo na wala pa pong na-aprobahan na honey. Di bali, ang mangyayari po, yung product namin, yung kauna-unahan na ma-approve ng US FDA, di ba?
Yes, tama.
Yan ang matalinong entrepreneur.
Yes, oo.
Opportunity talaga yan.
Yeah.
Oo.
Yes,
tsaka, nabanggit nga kanina ni Ferdinand tsaka ni Jeremy na perfect yung product mo kasi niche market, specialized siya. Ibig sabihin, pwede mo siyang i-premium price. So,
Yes.
and pwede siya sa mga stores that are specialty stores kasi nasa niche market ka. So, pag meron ka ng US FDA, mas lalo mong kayang mabentahan yung mga specialty stores dito sa US with your US FDA. Yung bee farm, hindi siya kailangan i-register. Ang nire-register kasi sa US FDA is the facility itself that produces the products that will be sold here in the US. Yun. So, meron tayong process. Yeah. Meron tayong proseso na super simple lang that na ginawa ko para sa mga food manufacturers to follow. And once na mag-start na tayo na i-process yung facility registration mo with US FDA, I will guide you through the step-by-step process as easy as 1, 2, 3. Sobrang simple.
Lagot ka,
As
Mac.
long as you...
pag sinabi niyang 1, 2, 3, lagot ka na. Ha? So, ready na si May. So, ikaw talaga.
Mabilis lang yun. Yeah, basta ready ka dun sa mga documents na sinasabi ko. And with regards to labeling, ang good news doon, as long as you have all the documents ready, masubmit mo, tas ma-register natin sa US FDA, any changes to your labeling, pwede mo na lang gawin kapag meron ka ng buyer and they request you to change anything on your label para hindi ka gagastos ng wala ka pang buyer. So you can do that pag meron ka ng buyer. Kasi may mga buyer naman na once they look at your label at okay naman sa kanila and pasado sa mandatory labeling requirements, dyan sa Pilipinas at dito sa Amerika, they won't ask you to change anything. So, pagdating dun sa gastos, dun sa part na yon, you don't have to worry about that muna. Ang uunahin is the Philippine FDA license to operate and then yung Philippine FDA Certificate of Product Registration para dun sa mga best-selling mo na tingin mo magiging best-seller dito sa Amerika din na produkto. Yun muna yung ikuha mo ng CPR. Kasi ang CPR is per product, hindi hindi the entirety, hindi yung lahat ng produkto mo. So medyo magastos 'yun. Tip, unahin mo yung tingin mo mabebenta agad pagdating dito sa US. Ngayon naman, yung US FDA naman, like I said, is a facility registration. So that means sakop na nun lahat ng produkto mo dun sa na ginagawa na using your stingless honey. So
You got a
stingless
lot of
bee
work.
honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a lot of work ahead of you, Max. So that's why I wanted you to meet May so that you can talk offline later on so that you can, if you're ready to do that, May is going to be amazing. Very patient, very easy to get a hold of. Unlike me and Jeremy. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
So May is very, very easy to talk to. Okay. So I want you guys to connect and get her information. She's on Facebook. You have to just do Global Business Impact. And May, I'm really hoping that you can work with Mac, because I think that again, we could be on the ground floor opportunity here in trying to make his brand something amazing here in the US. I'm not talking about Filipino stores. I'm talking about Whole Foods, right? I'm talking about all those specialty places. Big, right?
Sprouts,
so
Whole Foods.
Money.
Trader Joe's.
Well, what I wanted to do is I wanted to show everybody something that Matt sent to me. It's a TikTok video. I want everybody to see what he does. It's one thing to sit there. He's looking poggy, right? He's looking poggy there. But look, you should see what he does on a daily basis, or at least when he's doing this. So do you mind if I share it, Mac?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me see if I can share that TikTok video of yours.
Yeah, ito na yung naka 800 plus siya na followers, viewers. 800,000 no?
Wow.
Sandali. Okay, let me see if I can bring that on. Oops. Well, nawala yung ano. So I have to go again.
Kun lang, refresh.
I lost the connection. There. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yes.
Hello mga kapiks. Ngayon po ay mag-harvest tayo ng ating stingless bee honey. Yan, nakita niyo naman po, pinupuno yung ating box. Siguraduhin lang po natin malinis ang ating mga kamay, maging ang ating mga gamit bago tayo mag-harvest. Yan. Piga. Hanggang sa tumulo. Estimated po natin dito ay nasa 1.5 kilos ang ating honey na ma-harvest sa box na ito.
Grabe, no?
Yan. Lapit na po siyang matapos.
Saan nga yung farm mo, Mac?
Sa mga gusto po
Yung Cavite po, ma'am. Kalumpang sir.
Cavite. Kababayan. Jeremy, no? Outnumbered na naman si Ferdinand. Noveleta ako, Mac. Taga-Noveleta ako.
Lapit lang po pala.
Cavite din.
Magkakalapit. Imagine mo, Dasmariñas lang ako.
Yes.
So now we
Caviteñas. Caviteño.
Now we know what Mac has to go through every day. So you're just seeing him popogi dyan, but at the end of the day, yun ang ginagawa niya, right?
Wow. There you go. Nice.
Ganda. Galing.
Thank you for
and before you started the Los Pepes farm, your seaman ka, 'di ba?
Yes po, ma'am. Seaman
For
po
how
ako for
many
9 years.
Wow.
9 years, ma'am.
Oo, kasi ang tatay ko ay seaman din.
Yan.
Retired seaman siya.
So when you get together with Mac, when you get together with May, you guys have a lot of stories. So I know you're from Cavite. Now it's so weird because I'm from Cavite.
Yes.
Ma-OP ka ba? Ma-OP ka? No.
So
kainin ka naman ng adobo.
Sorry
habang
po. Pasensya na.
Anyway, so Pag-end na tayo ng show natin, we're gonna end the show here. Hopefully the people you get, Mac, please share this. Everybody will share all this information because all of this information that you got today is amazing. Talagang excited ako sa'yo. But I realize that I don't want to be overly excited. Now the ball is in your court. You see the potential of the product. We're not talking about just a regular product. We're talking about something that could make a lot of people's lives, better. And then it has the potential to be bought here in the US because in the US, they love everything that's sort of unique, So you can't deny that. So hopefully you keep listening to Jeremy. You stay close to May, and then when you're ready to make that trip here in the US, we're here to go ahead and help you. Okay. So now this is the best part.
Thank you very much po, sir.
Ito na, ituturo na natin ang...
So okay ka na, no? Okay, so na-stress si Mac, na-stress na siya kanina pa.
Oo nga eh.
Talaga na-stress. Sabi ko, Kucha, mag-happy dance na nga tayo para matapos yung nervous niya. So gagawin natin ngayon. So we're gonna do the happy dance. This is something that we end the show, and then we'll just end the show from there. So let's see. I'm just gonna play the music so you guys can get used to it, huh? Okay, can you hear that? So can you guys hear that?
Wala pa.
Ay, puto, wala ba?
Asa na? Asa na? Ako na-excite na.
Okay, sabi ko, pwede na talk amongst yourself for now. I don't know why it's not going. Nakakaya naman.
Hindi, okay na. Nadidinig ko na.
You can hear it, right? Okay. So
yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
Brother Mac, ikaw naririnig mo?
Yeah, well, I can't hear it. I'm just going to dance without the music. So everybody do the happy dance. May, can you lead us because you can hear the music. Nobody else can. O yan, so ganyan pala.
Ngayon nawala na. Ngayon, kanina meron eh.
Sayaw na lang tayo kahit na ganun na lang. Music. Just dance to your own music. Yeah, like that. In a happy dance, see? So, anyway.
Ito yung kinauso ng Olympians natin.
Pag yan ang stress reliever natin yan. Stress reliever. Ayun na tayo. Anyway. So naman, TikTok tayo.
Thank you po. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Salamat po.
Salamat sa iyo. Thank you so much, May. Thank you so much. And of course, my partner,
thank you,
Jeremy Solomon. Thank you. We're constantly trying to improve this. Pretty soon, we're going to have to hire somebody to do the behind the scenes here because this is getting to be something that we want to keep improving. But Mac, please tell everyone that that has a business that wants to go to the US. There's somebody here just waiting for them to help them go to the US market. And you also have Jeremy there. So you're good to go, my friend. So that's a wrap. That's what it says at the bottom. Go ahead and give me a quick farewell. I'll start with May. May, you want to say something before we go?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ferdinand, for always inviting me dito sa natin, sa mga feature natin ng mga unique products from the Philippines. Nice to meet you, Mac. At magkikita pa tayo kasi like I said, uuwi ako dyan. This December, I'll be there. And Jeremy, magkikita tayo. And Ferdinand, dadalan kita of course ng produkto. I'll make sure. I'll make sure na makakatikim ka din nung produkto ni Mac.
Kahit na maliit lang, like a little packet, pwede na sa akin yun. Okay, so how about you, Mac?
Ano ka ba? May isang bote, di ba, Mac? Or dalawa or tatlo?
Correct.
How about you, Mac? Is there something you want to go?
Thank you ulit.
Thank you, Sir Ferdinand. Thank you, Sir Jeremy. Thank you, Ma'am May. Maraming salamat po for inviting me here. Maraming salamat din po kay Ma'am May, maging sa mga manonood. Please support our products. Sir Ferdinand, wag ka mag-alala, may naka-ready po na bundle para sa iyo.
Di ba?
It's got my name on it, Mac. Yeah, pero
there you go.
Mac, kahit na hindi mo ibigay, bro, ang gusto ko lang, what I really want from you is for you to you know, I know you've gone through a lot of challenges in your life by reading your bio, I know. Pero I think that if you, it seems like you're very committed to your product. Make sure you continue, okay? You've got a good
Yes, sir.
product.
I will, sir.
Okay? So anyway, I'll let you go and I'll talk to my friend Jeremy here. But anyway, I'll talk to you soon, Mac.
Okay, sir.
Cool.
Thank you po.
Yan, sa mga viewers natin, no? Huwag silang kakalimutan.
Jeremy, tayong dalawa na lang. Bro,
Nice.
I have to compliment you. Great presentation. I love what you did today. We're getting better at this, okay? So hopefully
We're still live, huh?
The people that watch it, huh?
We're still live.
Go ahead. Huh?
We are
I know we're still live.
Oh, okay.
I know we're still live. But
nakat na.
no, we're still live. I'm publicly telling everyone that you did an amazing job, bro. So that's all I'm saying. We got to keep making
Thank you, brother.
People hopefully Ikaw,
yeah,
you want to say something before we go?
Yeah, so sa mga ating mga viewers, no, tsaka mga followers natin, I'm sure nagkakaroon na sila ng interest, no, nag-ramp up na, no. So we are actually inviting more sabihin na nating MSMEs, future exporters. So abangan nila yung show natin, yung mga susunod na show natin. It will be very, very exciting. Unfortunately, ako lang talagang tagalasa, taga-check ng mga pinapadala dito ng mga ating featured guests, no, si brother Ferdinand, sa mga siguro mga 6 months from now pa siya makakaawa.
Yeah.
Ng mga produkto o makakatikim mo.
You're just gonna save all the products for me, Jeremy, when I go there.
Exactly.
All right, I'll let you go too, okay?
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, everybody. Thank you. That's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching us. I am excited to continuously improve on the show. And if you have any other things that you want to go ahead and let us know and how we're going to go ahead and make it better and make it interesting more for Philippine manufacturers, we definitely want you to give us a feedback and just send us a message on our Facebook pages, LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. With that being said, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. And we are out.